masterpiece on our hands, folks. Hey, take care out there and have a blast.
Select the character you wish to use.
Hey, Norton!
with my own hands. Power punch! Until freed from strike with
Stronger!
Injustice will not be tolerated. Okay.
Oh man, there it is. 64th Street is in the same universe as Rushing Beat now. I don't know how many of you have played this game. It's a pretty average at best Final Fight clone, but this is really cool. That's why I'm actually going to be watching some of the cutscenes. That's nuts. They're in the same universe now. But this was like, when does that game take place? It's like the 30s or 40s, I think. So, like, are they gonna mention that? It's very clearly not present day. That's really cool. I wasn't expecting them to do that.
Going with that said, we've got a masterpiece on our hands, folks.
Nice combos. Yeah, a lot of the same stuff still works on the demo.
Take care out there and have a blast.
Select the character you wish to use.
Let's see how Lord J is.
Lord J.
Let's try everybody. Should be getting Kazan next, probably. Hey, thank you. Yeah, this is the big March 19th game, right? This is the big game everybody's in a huge discourse over. This is the big game, right? This is 64th Street. Well, they just went ahead and said it. They just dropped a lore bomb there for old fart beat 'em up fans like me that grew up playing that game. There it is. Of course, it's like 70 years later, but yep, there they are. There's Rick. There's Rick and the final boss. That's really cool that they made them, they made 64th Street in universe.
Stage 3, Lake Street, Experiment Station.
Are they gonna have a remix?
I want to become stronger. That's
The first
my
level
goal.
theme? That would be pretty incredible if they did. So, like, what is his benefit for being slow? Does he even have a benefit? So this got improved quite a bit. The demo had no manual or options whatsoever. No, I don't have the PC version. I got a gift card for the eShop, so I bought it on here. Maybe if I get like birthday money or whatever, I'll get it on PC. But I haven't heard like if the port actually got any improvements, because the PC port had 0 options. It was capped at 60 FPS, despite this like very obviously being a Unity game, because it's like low budget. So I didn't want to take the risk. I mean, this port seems fine so far. It hasn't dropped frames or anything. It does have some long load time, so if I did speed run this game or do like 1cc's, I probably would want the PC version, but I don't have the cash for that right now. I don't have the cash for that right now. I got no money in my wallet, in my account, so hence why the link is there. But I'll probably get it maybe later today. We'll see. You can pick up enemies and slam them twice from the ground. Huh. Yeah, I got like 60 cents in my account right now, so I'm gonna be buying this again for a while. Well, maybe later today. Hey, thank you. Thanks, man. Thanks for supporting me over the years. So where's Lord J? Oh, okay, I got you. Thank you for the back seating.
like this. I'll crush
I do have Crimson Desert, by the way. I'm not going to rag on that game too much, because my friend gifted it to me, but it seems like a wait for patches game. Some of the things I've seen in those impressions I know would extremely trigger me, so I think I might just play this today, to be honest with you. This is more what people want to see anyway. That game is going to be incredibly overstreamed, and wouldn't really expect people to want to watch that over this.
stronger.
Shouldn't have picked this character. Too slow.
Stronger.
Alright, like, what's with the Shadow Realm in this game? Why can't I get this guy? Oh, they want you to counter. Alright. This guy kind of feels shitty. Way too slow.
Stronger.
How do I do, like, the grab or whatever to make him not garbage? He sucks to play. Agonizingly slow. Oh, alright, so it's down the next. Yeah, but he doesn't seem to do more damage than the characters that don't feel so slow. I want this level to be over so I can not play as him. Ah, there we go. Alright, I'm starting to get the hang of it now. Yeah, but he still feels like garbage to play. Slow characters and beat 'em ups are usually terrible. Almost always. Almost always. There are some exceptions. Usually they end up being the worst characters. He also was not in the demo, so that doesn't help things. You can tell that they made some changes. Definitely were some balance changes from the demo, but you know, they only had half the cast in the demo. Maybe he'll get some buffs or something. He feels dreadful to play. Yeah, I want this level to be over. Play as a not molasses character. You can't even run. Feels worse in every way. Please just end my suffering. I don't want to play as this guy. I do remember him from the games, but I don't want to play as him. He takes forever to do anything. Slow characters suck, at least in these games. Don't seem to have any benefit for being slow, other than having a lot of iframes. and everybody else can do like more damage than he does so far. Why would I pick him? Classic beat 'em up trope. Supposed to be slow but strong, but you're slow but weak. Unlike the power, big power discrepancy. Yeah, that doesn't even do much damage. Oh, well, maybe I need to learn something. Yeah, I tried to heal. Yeah, he feels like shit to play.
Please continue.
Garbage. Never playing as him again. Shit character. Max should be the baseline for a slow beat-em-up character. He should be the requirement. He should be that good or better. And to be worse in any way, then do not put that character in the game. That's my opinion. Like, why don't we have more Maxes in beat-em-ups? I feel like how many decades it's been. That should be the requirement. Not like, not even anywhere near as good. Max was like 34 years ago, and they still have characters like Lord J that just don't really seem to have anything to offset how slow they are. Like, they're just slow for the sake of being slow, and it's like not even enough of a benefit. Well, maybe he's
Take care out there and have a blast.
Select the character you wish to use.
Yeah, we're not playing as him again. I think what's weird is that, like, he can't run. He can still dash cancel, but he can't run. So, that kind of makes him not fun to play either. I think when he's in Ikari mode, he's actually pretty good, but, you know, you don't have that all the time. It doesn't seem like the grab follow-ups do enough damage. I mean, I guess for survivability, he's probably pretty good just because you're invincible that whole time, but maybe for like 1cc's, he's probably really good. For like a speed run, he probably isn't very good. I think the fact that he can't run, makes it so you would never use this character for speed running. He would be like the worst character. Because like, he's not like Wendigo Blue. In Wendigo Blue, there are characters who can't dash, but you can dash jump, and you carry your momentum from the dash. So, if you want to move faster, you know, you can dash jump across the screen. You can clear like most of the screen. Of course, there's a trade-off. You know, you're way more vulnerable than somebody who can just run. But he can't do that. He stops for like a full half second before he can do it again.
Until freedom. Justice will not.
How long is this gimmick going to go on for? Pacing dropped off a cliff. I don't want anything unique. I want to just go to the right. I do not want anything else. I don't want this. Can I go back to just a normal belt? Yes, thank you. No more of that, please.
What?
Is this gonna be Pro Cop? This was in the trailer. Yup, I was right. Pro Cop. Is he gonna be playable? He was in the Peacekeepers. Is he gonna be playable? Is he like a hidden character? Yeah, so are they like building up to him being playable? Because I saw somebody beat this game. I saw somebody beat this game and he wasn't playable. They got all the way to the end and he wasn't playable. So, I don't know what's up with that. It's strange if he's not playable. Because she's in Shura. I used to play as him as a kid. Maybe he's not lockable.
Until free from stroke. Victory for stroke.
Yeah, I heard Crimson Desert does not even let you skip cutscenes after losing to a boss. And like, that shit incredibly triggers me, so I don't know if I'll bother playing that today. Also, like, apparently the inventory space is like painfully small. And I can't stand inventory management. I want to just either hoard things or be able to get rid of it quick. Diablo 4 is like the maximum of what I can stand. So, yeah, I think I'll probably just be playing this today. I might like download it to see how it runs, but it seems like a wait for patches and mods kind of thing.
Justice will not be tolerated.
I don't know how you repeat the worst thing from Kingdom Hearts 1. Kingdom Hearts 1 is like that. You die to Riku on the PS2 version. It's like a 3-minute cutscene you have to watch. And you can't skip it. They're just bringing back that PTSD. That's exactly what that game was like. I died to that boss so many times when I was a teenager. To watch that damn cutscene again, watch them talk about darkness for 3 minutes every time I died. Now, I don't know why we're going back to that, but apparently that is what Crimson Desert is like. If you get filtered by a boss, you have every right to crash out because the game doesn't respect your time and makes you watch a cutscene again. Maybe for the sake of my mental health, I just won't play that today. Let's play this instead. I saw that, I'm like, unbelievable. Like, these people have to be missing something, right? Apparently not. There are numerous reports of unskippable post-death cutscenes. How do you have way more money than Team Ninja and not have that basic quality of life? That's how they are allowed to have boss fights that difficult. Oh man, look at that! That was awesome. There we go. Oh, Rotorstorm, I didn't know you, followed me, man. Thank you. I lurk in your stream quite a bit.
Burning me time!
Welcome, dude. You're the Ninja Warrior's master. I didn't know you followed me. Thank you. Alright, let's try out Wendy.
What?
Oh. Welcome. Kick back and relax. Hey, take care out there and have a blast.
Select the character you wish to use.
Leave them on.
Rotostorm, since you're here, if you'd like to help me, could you answer a question? Does Street Fighter 6 on Switch 2, how is the World Tour frame rate? Does it maintain 60 in fights? Because I thought about getting that for World Tour mode, but then I heard that the frame rate was really bad, which is pretty much how it is on Steam Deck. You can really only play like the competitive modes and like arcade. Like the World Tour is what I'm more interested in, but if it's gonna run like garbage, I'm just not even gonna bother. I really should have like optimized it somehow. It's like the only reason I really want to play it. I don't really care for competitive in that game. I like more poverty type fighting games than like the mainstream stuff. No, don't worry about it. Ninja Jajamaru. Nice reference. So I guess we're getting Kazan next. They really seem to be building up to Pro Cop being playable. But I saw somebody beat this game earlier this week, and you don't unlock him. I'm wondering if there's like some secret way. If he is not playable, that's gonna really suck. Is he really not playable? Because they're building it up. They're building it up. They're setting it up a lot, but he doesn't seem to be. He doesn't seem to be playable.
Enjoy the pain. Kick some serious butt.
I don't know. Slow characters in this game just feel like ass. They don't feel any good to play. Don't feel any good to play at all. Really clunky and slow. Being slow in this game is not fun. Only the fast characters are fun to play. Everybody who's
Please continue.
slow in this game is not fun. So far, I only like playing as these two. It just doesn't help that, like, the way that the speed works in this game and the dash canceling, they just don't feel satisfying to play, like, at all. I'm sure maybe that will change with some more experience in the game, but right now, it just feels like almost every other beat-em up, where fast characters are 1,000 times better and are actually fun to play. I don't know why they don't have, why don't they have Flynn in this game? Flynn would be really cool. I guess not. I'd take her over the... What's her name, Flynn or Echo? I'd rather take her over, that new chick. Every character will get explored new time. Right now I'm kind of just trying everybody, because this game doesn't have limited credits. Since I'm not trying for a 1cc, I'm just playing the game casually. I'm just going to try everybody. wouldn't be surprised if I'm not wrong, though. Just from how many beat 'em ups I've played, this is always a problem. Except for, like, Max.
You keep fighting.
Wait, is there a bug? What exactly are you talking about? There's a bug that they didn't fix? I haven't looked at their social media because they ghosted me in regards to getting a review key. Like, what are you mentioning? Like a soft lock glitch or what? If so, I need to be made aware of that.
Victory for justice!
Yeah, that's why I usually don't buy games on console. Stuff like that happens. That's like the #1 reason to not buy games on console if you can avoid it. Performance and stuff and mods is one thing, but like games are always broken at launch. It's like they'll push a hotfix like right away on PC, and then on here you gotta wait like a undetermined amount of time. So what you're basically saying is if I decide to speedrun or 1cc this game is to just buy it again on PC. Console certification and stuff, like, they're not gonna have that fixed, like, anytime soon. So, thank you for saving me frustration. It also affects the Steam version, too. Yeah, see, that's what I'm saying. They can fix it on there faster, because this game doesn't have net play of any kind. I hope they're not gonna wait. If they're implying that they're going to wait, that really sucks. You don't have any reason to wait.
I can't help it. Yeah.
They changed this. It used to be the title of Deadly Dance, Tough-E-Nuff. But they changed the Tough Enough. Why did they nerf it? I mean, that's a Jalico game too. Why'd they nerf that?
We've got a masterpiece on our hands.
I don't really get why that got
Get out there
nerfed.
and have a blast.
Select the character you wish to use.
Alright, so Kazan should be next. Yeah, they referenced like 64th Street, which is like the most Scrimblow, Bimblow beat 'em up that barely anyone has played, but for some reason they took out the Tough Enough reference. Why?
Hurricane! We'll keep fighting to restore peace. Victory for No more games. I'll bring justice with my own hands.
Well, hopefully they don't take forever to fix that. And I hope they don't decide that they need to wait for the Switch version to get patched. Because that really sucks for people who bought it on PC. You're losing the main benefit to getting this on Steam. I sure would hope not. People will often say it's higher frame rate in mods is the best reason to, game on PC. It's like, well, if you're playing a new game, not so much. It really is just like, the bugs get fixed faster. Especially for stuff like this that doesn't have crossplay or any kind of online. Well, I guess I'm not doing 1cc attempts of this. I'm not doing 1cc attempts of that. I probably will buy the game again. Probably will buy the game again on PC just so I can stream it on Steam Deck, but yeah, if it's got like major progression blockers and soft locks and stuff, then I would rather wait.
Until freedom will strike, we'll keep fighting. Prepare to face the Really?
No.
Justice in my own hands.
Yeah, I don't know if I'll bother with Crimson Desert today. I think at best, I might try it out, but it definitely does seem like a wait for patches and mods type of game. I don't know how you make people rewatch cutscenes when they die. That's like the main thing that increases frustration. Bringing back the worst thing from Kingdom Hearts 1 is definitely a choice. That game is 23 years old. You think we would learn from that, but no.
Absolutely not. I see.
Also, the lack of storage space seems extremely triggering. I'll definitely see how it runs. Get him, but that's about as far as I go. I had other plans for games today anyway.
Yeah.
Oh, hell yeah! Nice. Very nice.
Alright. No way. Victory for
Storm, you must be my age. You have to be my age. Because, like, the last Rushing Beat game was in 1994, so you have to be around my age. It's not possible for you to be any younger than that. I think it's really cool when games and stuff, they make references like that, and you can tell how old somebody is without them telling you. Don't say your age unless you want to, but I can tell you're around my age. Because there hasn't been a Rushing Beat game for over 30 years. So, you've got to be around my age. There's no way you're not. I actually did play these games as a kid. I am the target audience for this game is me, basically. I did grow up playing these games. I rented them like several times when I was a kid.
I see.
Yeah.
Alright.
Waste too much time. Welcome. Kick back and relax. Hey, take care out there and have a blast.
Select the character you wish to use.
Press on.
I like how, like, 3 decades have passed in our timeline, but for them it's like a year ago. I went from being a kid to well into adulthood between these games, but for them, like, no time has passed. And it's definitely a floating timeline, because the new chick has a smartphone, and that laptop there looks better than anything we had in the 90s. So this is, like Street Fighter. They've moved to a floating timeline. 30 years have passed in, like, their advancements in society and stuff, but You know, like, not that much time has passed. I don't know how much time is supposed to have passed, but it can't be much. And she's talking about the bridge like it was a recent thing. And that game came out in, like, 93. That's pretty interesting. But that's the smart thing to do, instead of doing what Resident Evil is doing, where they're doing, the character's age in real time, and they're all, like, in their 50s now. But yeah, this basically confirms that this is a floating timeline. They've changed it. Which is a wise choice. If they're gonna make more of these, I don't need them all to be, like, 60 years old. A very wise choice to do this. It helps because the versions of these that we got are all completely messed up lore-wise, because Jalico of America, of NA, just basically wrote fan fiction because they didn't get the script from the Japanese branch. So the games are not related. The ones that we got over here are unrelated. So this is like their attempt to fix it, and it's cool that if they end up doing more with this franchise, that now everything is, like, unified, and then also, to make it better, it's a floating timeline, so they don't have to worry about them all being, like, 50. No, the removal of drug and religion has nothing to do with it. Yes, that was prominent in the 80s and 90s. That was prominent with Nintendo of America, but that has nothing to do with it. They literally were not given the script. It is essentially fan fiction. They made things up. They also changed how the characters looked as well. There is no coherent story to this in the versions that we got here in North America. So, they're trying to unify things, which is why they're making all these references. It's not just because of nostalgia. And because it's, 30 years have passed. I think it's because they're actually trying to make this a plot that makes sense, so that maybe they can build upon it. Because obviously, a game like this doesn't cost much to make compared to, like, something like Absalom, which is way more expensive than this game to make. They're trying to fix what happened in the 90s, which was... Actually, let me take a quick break here. I'll show you guys... this right here. Alright, so you guys can read this on your own. I'm gonna keep playing the game, keep things moving here, but if you scroll down, you'll see that it says the cutscenes was completely taken out, the story was changed, and all three of the original trilogy are like that. So they're trying to fix that, like 30 years after it happened. But yeah, the story was completely changed. And from what I can tell, the story was that, like, they didn't get the script. I guess the Japanese branch didn't give it to them or something, so they just made shit up. But yeah, go ahead and read that. It's very useful information for what I'm currently playing. Yeah, made-up localization. Go ahead and look at this. Should say it all right here.
connection.
Form is emptiness. Emptiness is
Yeah, they digitize their photos, I guess maybe to make it look less Japanese, which is about as stupid as when they brought over Basara the first time, Devil Kings. Like, oh, those dumb kids won't realize it's in Japan. We can remove those references. Some people don't like these games. They don't like Rushing Beat. They think that they're jank and you know, not as good as other stuff that was coming out at the time. There is some truth to that, but definitely big problem is how bad the localization was. Localization was really bad.
Please continue.
Okay, I want, like, out of this level. This gimmick sucks. It's not fun. Alright, can like the helicopter go away? Can I like kill it? This just sucks. It's like the Ninja Warriors level 3, but worse. You ever run out of ammo? Stop doing that. Doesn't help that you get juggled by it. Yeah, out of ammunition. Please don't come back. I already don't know if I even want to 1cc this game at this point. I'm not sure if I care. Put crap like that in a beat 'em up, man. I want boots on the ground, like minimal ranged attacks. Wow, this level is very not fun. This level is everything I hate about beat-em-ups. Unfun gimmicks just for the sake of variety that aren't fun. They're just there to make you frustrated. They don't serve any purpose. I don't want variety. I want to run to the right and punch things. I don't want, like, hazards or anything. Yeah, this level is very not fun. And annoying enemies, too. Oh, well. I don't think this game's gonna do too well viewership-wise, so... if I just play this for, like, score or something, that's fine. I always, like, really scan a new beat-em-up, like analyze it when it comes out, see if it's actually fun to do speedruns on. There definitely are some recent beat-em-ups that are like perfectly fine playthroughs, but they'd be garbage speedruns. I don't know how this one will fare. I mean, you do have unlimited continue, so it's not like you'll ever wipe, but I don't know. It feels like stuff like that could really increase your time because RNG. I guess that's kind of the problem with gimmicks and beat-em-ups. Beat-em-ups are already a lot of improv. It's less memorization, it's more improv, because even a game like this where the enemies are slow, you can still get screwed over by RNG. I don't know. We'll see. I paid for this myself, so I don't have any obligation to keep playing this if it triggers me. I paid for this with my own money. It's not a review key or anything, so if I get too triggered by flaws in this game, I just won't do anything high level in this. I'm sure they'll do some rebalancing. These guys in particular seem to like input read. I guess they're supposed to help you counter, but it doesn't help that like their grab is like instant. Grab is like instant and armored. Oh yeah, well, I can talk about that really quick. If you guys are curious about this. I've done a bunch of testing. However, I can't make a video about it because I don't have a good camera and I don't have a good physical setup. But I can talk about the boost mode for a little bit if you guys are interested. I've done a couple hours of testing off stream, and so far the results have been pretty good. Basically, if the game is 1080p docked and you put it in boost mode, you'll get 1080. You'll get 1080p 60 in portable, which is, you know, double the resolution. So for some games like, you know, Street Sport or like Ninja Warriors, it's a pretty big visual upgrade. If the game runs at 60 and docked, you may or may not get it in portable. It greatly depends, but for like all the games in here, all these beat 'em ups that don't have like Switch 2 versions, if they run at 1080p in docked mode, you'll get it in portable. And it doesn't seem to really even increase the battery usage that much. It seems like it's pretty much the same. For character action games, I haven't finished my studies on this yet, but I tried Wonderful 101. It seems like it's 1080p 60, and this game had an uncapped frame rate, so now it just runs at 60 all the time. I haven't tried these yet, but I don't know how well these will fare. I guess like maybe the dynamic resolution scaling won't kick in. Bayonetta 3 is only 800p docked, so I tried it. It didn't seem to impact performance that much, but you're only getting a Steam Deck native resolution. You're not getting 1080p. For the rest of the games in here, it should be 1080. For like most of the indie games in here, I tried a couple of these off stream, and you just get 1080p lock 60, which is nice. For Muso games, well, this already ran at 1080p 60 because they jacked up the port. So I would not bother using boost mode on this. It probably just makes it drain more battery. The portable mode at this does run at 1080 because the problem with this game was it ran at 1080p regardless of how you were playing it. If you were playing it docked or portable, it was 1080p, which is part of the reason why this game ran horribly on the Switch 1 and also drained the battery faster. So definitely turn off boost mode for this. Fire Emblem Warriors is probably one of the biggest winners out of these types of games because it had the performance mode, but you could only use it in docked. So now that you have boost mode, you can get a locked 60 on this while in portable. I haven't tried some of these. Pirate Warriors should benefit. This one's a bit of a stretch, a bit of up for debate. I haven't done enough testing on it yet, but it seems like Switch 1 boost mode is better than the Switch 2 edition. But I have to do some more testing on that. I definitely will be working on the Muso on Switch 2 video this month, so that's the one that needs the most extensive testing. Both these, 4DX and Spirit of Sanada, seem to be the same as the other ones, like you just get a lock 1080. You know, I don't know if this is going to actually run worse. I'll have to test this maybe later today when I'm out. Everything else in here is either a Switch 2 native game like Disgaea, Origins, and Age of Imprisonment, or it's locked at 30 FPS, so you'll get a higher resolution, but if you don't like 30 FPS, then there's no reason to reinstall, hence why these are not installed currently. Steam Deck is better for these two games. For stuff like this, this is actually considerably better than the Steam version if you're going to play portable on Steam Deck. The only benefit you have of the Steam Deck version is that you can have access to Zmod, but like most people don't even know what that is. So yeah, this should be the best way to play this game now, outside of the mod, which the mod is mostly for people who just want to do combos and stuff and want higher frame rates. But yeah, this and probably Pirate Warriors 3 are probably the biggest winners, and Fire Emblem as well. For anything else in here, let me see. I haven't tested any of these yet, but the retro games should all be 1080p 60. For roguelikes, the majority of these don't have Switch 2 versions, so I guess they're all just going to run. Maybe I'll do a more extensive video on this, but it's going to be a lot of work, so I think I'm just going to do Kags and Muso for now. I did try this in boost mode. It does increase the resolution, but it also seems to make the game lag, so it might be better to run without the boost mode. I haven't tested anything else in here extensively. Alright, there you go. Let me see. Anything else? Shmups are just natively get the boosts, I would assume. You just get 1080. Like, I've got Saidai Ojo in here. I have a Kai Katana as well. I have Daifukatsu. All those games should be like... I have Escaluda as well. I have most of the cave shmups. Mushihime-sama. These should all be Lock 60. Lock 60, 1080. So, this is actually really nice, because when you play these games in portable mode, if you have something to stand it on, you can just make Tate mode yourself, right? You just put it upright. So, having the 1080p with the boost mode is actually really nice, because Tate mode, when you're playing at home, is kind of a nightmare, right? You have to, like, rotate the monitor. And most people, even hardcore shmup players, don't want to do that. So, I feel like shmups, at least like vertical shmups, like I've got a bunch of vertical shmups in here. Got Gray's Counter, the Dodon Pachis and stuff. They probably actually greatly benefit from the boost mode. Like Crimson Closer, Cyvariar. What else do I have in here that's vertical? But yeah, definitely, for shmup players, Tate mode got a big buff. You should be able to get a higher resolution, so that's pretty cool. I haven't tested it myself, though. I guess there's nothing to really say in here. These will all just kind of work. Anyway, back to the game.
I see. Absolutely not.
Huh? Let's go.
Welcome. Kick back and relax. Hey, take care out there and have a blast.
Yeah, Switch 2 handheld
Select the
boost mode
character
is
you wish to use.
quite good.
Rick Norton.
Definitely very happy with it. The Muso games definitely benefit a lot. I mean, it's not just Muso games, it's more like pretty much every indie game that's on the platform. If you only play like first-party Nintendo stuff, maybe not. But if you play a lot of the smaller games on the Switch, it is a undeniably huge upgrade. But like Muso games in particular got a pretty big bufferment. Well, I shouldn't say first-party Nintendo games because most of those do run at 1080p dock, but like I'm talking like big third-party games. A lot of those don't run 1080p, so it's not really much of a buff. It probably makes the game run worse. Yeah. Nobody's gonna have a definitive answer on that. People have tried a number of games. I personally just didn't bother with anything that was, you know, a locked 30. I didn't bother with anything that was a locked 30 because I feel like past the HD frame rate, past the HD resolution, frame rate is more noticeable. Okay, so is he going to be playable or what? They're teasing this character extremely hard. Is he playable or what? I genuinely don't know. Like, are they setting him up to be playable or what? Because he is in Shura. Okay, so are you going to be playable? Yeah, join the party. I guess not. Pro Cop's not playable.
Affirmative.
What is their new corporate name? Alright, so I guess they're just catfishing. It's not going to be playable. This wasn't how I was expecting to get catfished on my birthday. Yep, got catfished on my birthday. He's not playable, seemingly. Catfished. I think he's a unique NPC, I guess. It's just like Twitter. Nobody calls Twitter X. Everybody just calls it Twitter still. Doesn't mean anything. Literally nobody calls it Twitter. That's why these publicity stunts of changing names of things that people use frequently is stupid. It's like, people are still gonna call it the old thing. What's the point in changing it? It's like when Street Fighter 3 came out and they just called it 3. Like, why? Why would you make people confused about playing a new installment in the most popular game in the world at the time was Street Fighter 2? Why would you make it so people don't know what it is at first glance? People still called it Street Fighter 3. They did not call it just 3. New Generation 3, yeah. Street Fighter's not even on the It's not even on the marquee, except in like very small letters that you can't see unless you're literally like looking at the top of the screen.
I see.
Waste of my. Welcome. Kick back and relax. Hey, take care out there and have a blast.
Select the character you wish to use.
Hey, Norton.
Jalico verse, yeah. Taking the opportunity of fixing the fan fiction story of the original games and just turning it into a big like shared universe, which is pretty cool. But if they don't do anything else with this, if they wage quit and they don't do anything else with this, it's gonna be kind of pointless. I mean, is 64th Street even on? 64th Street even on here? I'm pretty sure it is. I think there's a hamster port of it, isn't there? Did they actually have that game on here? I'm curious. Do they have 64th Street on here? Oh, they do. Well, there it is. You're wondering what they were referencing, it's right here. It's just... this game takes place in, like, the 30s. Or, like, it's like the 20s or 30s, I think. So, obviously it doesn't look the same. But, yeah, I guess they do have it on here. It's not a very good game. It came out 2 years after Final Fight, and it's kind of just worse in every way. But, it's cool that they're referencing it at least.
Stage 6, Central Nature Park, Mutant Festival.
My fight isn't over yet. Seeking peace. Prepare to face the consequences. Energy uppercut. Victory. Rising upper.
Oh, did the FF7 Remake come out today on Switch? Switch 2? That's pretty cool.
Justice will not.
Are weapons good in this game, or are they shit like almost every beat 'em up? Yeah, they seem pretty bad. Well, better than usual. That is something I'll never adjust to. Beat 'em ups where the weapons are actually worth using. There are very few of them. Most of the time it's a straight debuff to how you fight unarmed. Or even if you do have like a character does have a weapon, whatever their default weapon is always better. Almost always. Haven't learned anything from Final Fight 3. It's like they actually gave a reason to use the weapons. Certain characters are better with them than others. Of course, that game has a lot of really easy infinites, so it's still like not as useful as it should be, but still there aren't many beat 'em ups where the weapons are worth using. Seems like this is a bit in the middle. The slow ones are pretty good, but you know, you're like wide open, so you gotta decide if it's worth it. Yeah, I can't unlearn stuff from when I was a kid, where I quickly figured out that weapons are usually debuffs. I'm not able to unlearn that. Most of the time, I don't even try to pick them up. I don't know if that's a habit I'll ever break. It's probably a good thing, though. Weapons in beat 'em ups are either like too good, like Alien vs. Predator, or like the second half of the game you just shoot everything, or they're usually garbage, like no in between.
Victory for justice! Justice will not be tolerated! Yeah.
Welcome. Kick back and relax. Hey, take care out there and have a blast.
Select the character you wish to use.
No, that's interesting. Yeah, you can tell how old I am. Not just because I'm playing this, but because I never use weapons. It's blatantly obvious how old I am. I've lived through and played so many beat 'em ups, and most of the time weapons are just straight debuffs. So, it'll take some time to unlearn that. They're doing Thriller.
Affirmative.
Face the consequences of your actions. Sweep Hurricane!
Really?
Until freed from strife, we'll keep fighting. Injustice will not be tolerated. Hurricane! We'll keep fighting to restore. Sweet Hurricane!
Maybe these guys are a little bit overtuned. Like the frame 1 grabs is what's kind of unfair about these enemies. The fact that they actually have a reason to use the counter now is not the problem. It's more that they, like, frame 1 grab you if you're anywhere near them. You can't take out of it. Other than that, those enemies are fine. Because in the demo, there was, like, no reason to ever use the counter. The counter was just a downgrade.
Time to show you the real me. Brace yourself.
A straight knows no bounds. Feel its grab.
We'll keep fighting to restore peace. Victory for justice!
Yep.
Heck yeah.
I see.
Welcome. Kick back and relax. Going with that said, we've got a masterpiece on our hands, folks.
I definitely feel like this system is pretty cool, but it only serves a purpose if you're going to speedrun or 1cc. Because you just have infinite credits. So, and that's what's kind of weird about this game, is that there's no reason to use this stuff, because they just give you free play. You don't have to earn credits. So, if you're going to do a challenge run of any sort, meaning a speed run or a 1cc attempt, then this stuff matters. I know that there's supposedly like hidden buffs for it or something. There's like hidden buffs or something, but yeah, this system kind of doesn't do much. Unless you're going to treat this like an actual modern arcade game where, you know, you limit how many credits you use or you try to speedrun. Other than that, this seems completely pointless. Like, there is no reason to use it.
Take care out there.
That's kind of what happens when you make an arcade game and you have infinite continues. You know, you stop caring about, like, not dying. The 1cc for this is actually probably quite difficult. The enemies are slow, yes, but you can get curb stomped extremely quickly, especially with all the hazards and stuff, so it probably is quite a bit more difficult. And I feel like people saying the game is too easy is the same shit that's been happening for decades, where they put out an arcade port. There was a infamous review of Strider 2 on PS1 on X-Play like 25 years ago, and they said that it was too easy to beat. They said that it was too short. It's like, well, it's an arcade port, and you credit fed. But you can't say that it's too easy if you credit fed. If you credit fed, you can't lose, right? It's not possible to lose. The only way you can lose at a game that lets you credit feed is if literally you're a kid who runs out of money. You know, you go to the arcade with like $5 and you credit feed and you don't have any more tokens, then yeah, you lost. And when they port the game to home consoles, it's like, yeah, you can't lose. So, I guess that's how they designed this. I guess the challenge is gonna be more old school, where, you know, speedruns and challenge runs are gonna be how you, challenge runs like 1cc attempts are gonna be, how you get any kind of challenge out of this. But there's also some very unfair stuff in this. You can lose your health, like, way too quickly, so I don't know if it'll be a fun challenge. How am I liking it? I'm enjoying it so far. Yeah, that happens, Fuma. That happens every time an arcade game comes out. Every time an arcade game gets a port, they'd be like, it's too easy. I'm like, well, you credit fed. Like, you literally have infinite continues. It's not possible to lose. Some of these modern beat-em-ups have some real jank and bullshit, though, that makes them, like, not fun to speedrun. I won't be surprised if this ends up like that, too, but we'll see. Right, can I just, like, go past all of them? I tried the Takeover 2 demo, yes. On stream, no. Tried it in private.
I'll bring justice with my own hands.
I can see this game getting those kinds of reviews, though. Saying the game is too easy when they credit fed. I can definitely see that happening. Because average person's understanding of arcade games or games that pass for arcade games has not changed in like 30 years. So I'm sure there's probably reviews about that right now that are saying the same thing. I'm like, dude, you did not finish this on 1 credit on your first try. Look, I'm pretty good at beat 'em ups. There's stuff that blindsides you in this game. You didn't clear it in 1 credit. I know that you didn't. And they're gonna say that it's too easy. They're gonna do the same thing. Like, this literally has not changed since I was a child. I remember watching that review on X-Play. I'm like, wait a minute, you just credit fed. How are you gonna say it's too easy? There's like one fail state for an arcade game. It's literally running out of money, or the arcade closes. Those are the 2 fail states. There are no other fail states. You save up your lunch money and get 20 bucks, like, look, you're finishing Metal Slug, alright? I did that myself, man. I did that. I'd, like, save up change and then go to the arcade and, like, credit feed through Metal Slug X. I made it so I could not lose. But you didn't see me saying the game was too easy. Like, no, I compensated for lack of skill and practice. That was definitely a viable strategy if you grew up in the arcade era, though, and you were a kid. Like, just save up your change and go to the arcade on the weekend after school and just credit feed. Can I, like, despawn these guys, or does it want me to go back? No, they don't despawn.
Please continue.
Did EGM do it as well? Because X-Play infamously did that, and I feel like people who review arcade games should be required to watch that review. Like, don't dock the game for being too easy if you credit fed. Like, you know, maybe say like you should have to earn credits or something so that you get encouraged to be better at the game instead of just credit feeding. But don't say that's too easy. That's a straight up lie. Unless they like nerf the game for home consoles, which almost like never happened. I can't think of any examples of that. Arcade ports were pretty bare bones. Even having like extra unlockables was not something that was common. It's basically Namco was doing that with like the Tekken games and stuff. Hey, later, Rotor Storm. No, Fumo with arcade games, it's just straight, like, not understanding how arcade games work. Either that, or people that didn't play Japanese arcade games, because, you know, now we have good games coming from every country in the world, right? There's been, like, cool Indian games, there's cool, like, Korean games, Australian games, you know, South American games and stuff, but back then, arcade games that were made in America were garbage. They did not at all design them for skill. They literally were forced credit feeds. But people still don't understand that. Most Japanese games, every Japanese game worth playing was designed to where you could 1cc it. That's not saying that it was easy, but it was designed with that intent of not, you know, having to do the broke kid strat, which I did a ton growing up, where I would save up money and then, like, credit feed through, like, Metal Slug. And people don't understand that. It's like, if you credit fed, then the game is not too easy. But then, like, also stuff like Mortal Kombat and NBA Jam, Revolution X, pretty much all the Midway stuff was not designed with skill in mind. It was basically catfishing you into thinking that you could do it with skill, but you couldn't. Gauntlet was one of the first games that came from America that was like that, where your health drained. And the reason they did that was because they wanted to make sure you couldn't finish it. You couldn't get too good at it. Yeah, you can't call somebody a weeb for saying they only played Japanese arcade games, because those were the only good ones. It was not like now, where pretty much every country on the world has released like a number of really good games, regardless of where they're from. But back then, yeah, American arcade games were below tier. Mortal Kombat was one of the better ones, because you could still 1cc that, but that was basically just on the basis of it being a fighting game. NBA Jam from the same people. There are literal video essays you can watch about how that game cheats to make you spend more money. It definitely was a lot different than now, where, you know, people that only play like Japanese games are 100% missing out. You know, Expedition 33 is French, Streets of Rage 4 and Absalom are French, Hades is American. You know, Fight and Rage is from Uruguay. You know, Crimson Desert is a Korean game. All the Chinese gachas and stuff. That's not how it was back then, especially in the arcade industry. It was like, if it was not from Japan, it was usually garbage. Almost always. There were some exceptions, of course. But, especially in the early to mid-90s, American arcade games were terrible. Yeah, that took off like all my health.
Please continue.
Definitely feel like this game should have ended already. They've used this boss like 6 times already. This game definitely feels like it's trying too hard to make sure people can't refund it. It feels like it's trying way too hard. And that's the problem with new games, right? Especially smaller games like this. They want to make sure that you can't beat it and refund it.
What?
Like, they've used this boss like 5 times now. It's definitely starting to run out of steam. The enemy variety and the boss variety is gone. I definitely feel like this game's a little bit too long. I definitely prefer shorter beat-em-ups to longer ones, but the enemy variety and the bosses constantly being recycled is definitely not good. They couldn't have like unique bosses the whole time. They should have made the game shorter. The amount of new stuff is kind of just like mostly stopped.
Justice will not be tolerated. Until freed from strife, we'll keep fighting. Victory for justice! We'll keep fighting. Victory for justice!
Wow, this area is very much not fun. Very not fun. It's the kind of shit I can't stand in beat-em-ups. They try to make it have variety. Let's make the variety the gameplay, not annoying stuff like this. Doesn't help that if you skip the lasers, they just stand back. They don't actually chase you. Yeah, I don't know if I want to 1cc this game, man. I'm starting to get really burnt out already. This game is too long and also has too many annoying gimmicks. I hope that it has some mode that doesn't have any of this crap. It was fun when it was just fighting normally and not all this obnoxious stuff.
Please continue.
It's really starting to not be fun. This game does have like a score attack mode, I think, so I probably would just play that, to be honest. In terms of speedrunning this game and 1cc'ing, I've already lost like almost all interest. It's fun, but it's too long, and then also the lack of new things, like new mechanics and bosses and stuff, is way too low. Like, this game should have ended like three levels ago. And that's not because of my personal preference, and, you know, beat-em-ups I can beat in like an hour or less are the ones I tend to play more. It's more that they don't have enough content to warrant it. That's the issue. It goes beyond my personal preference. I always feel like if a game like this, it stops having new things and it still keeps going, like, it should just end. Alien vs. Predator, as much as I love that game, is very much like that. The first half is really fun, and then the second half overstays its welcome because it just turns into a belt-scrolling shooter. Because there's so many guns on the ground and you can't even use your moveset anymore. But, like, there aren't any new enemies being introduced at that point, right? There's unique bosses, but the main chunk of the game is fighting the same enemies still. So, that game suffers from that as well. Not as much as this does, but that game is kind of like a vacuum cleaner simulator like GoldenEye. The second half's just like, let's just put guns everywhere because you keep fighting the military, but then you can't use your moveset anymore. Yeah. I don't know how much I'll play this after this. It depends on what unlocks or like what they add to it. Already having the same boss, you don't even change your moveset like 5 times, already kind of makes this game exhausting, even if it was shorter. How can you not like have? Why do you have the same boss come back like 6 times? That's the kind of stuff in beat-em-ups that really makes it feel longer than it is, for sure. There are a number of arcade beat-em-ups that have this problem. But like, really front-load like the new stuff, like new types of weapons to use, or like unique enemies and bosses, and then like the second half is just the same thing again.
Welcome. Kick back and relax.
Money is too scarce. Yeah, you get like barely any money. And then what makes it worse is if you're credit feeding.
We've got a masterpiece on our hands, folks.
if you're credit feeding, there's never any reason to use these.
Take care out there and have a blast.
Select the character you wish to use.
I kind of hope that the food system would be a little bit more unique. I know that there are like hidden buffs. I'm sure somebody will document what they do, but yeah. It feels like you die way too quickly in this game for them. It doesn't seem like they really put a lot of thought into 1cc attempts in this. Yeah, you can heal. You can heal without an animation, but you can still, like, get your health deleted, like, way too quick. And the game is kind of a little bit too long to, have that kind of thing. You know, Final Fight's like 30-40 minutes casually, right? That game does stuff like that too, but it's like a third of the length of this. Oh well, we're gonna see this through to the end and then I gotta go. There'll be a part 2 of the birthday stream later today.
Prepare to face the consequences of
You never hear anyone talk about Alien vs. Predator's problems. Everybody just says it's a great game. Like, yeah, it's an amazing game, but it definitely drops off a cliff in the second half. I feel like that game is the biggest argument for beat-em-ups always having a pickup button. I'll always say some people didn't like that Street Sport had a pickup button. I'm like, go play the second half of Alien vs. Predator and tell me that that game would not be better with a pickup button. Tell me that. Tell me that with a straight face. Because the second half of Alien vs. Predator is the biggest argument for there being a pickup button, and why that's one of the most underrated things that that game, Streets of Rage 4, added to the genre, is fixing that problem. At least the guns in Streets 4 and Alien vs. Predator are really good, but it shouldn't be the only thing you can use.
We'll keep fighting to restore justice will not be
I'm sure that they will do rebalancing.
Please continue.
A 1cc on this game would be incredibly rough, though. The fact that you can frame one heal does not make this game easy. I mean, which is a good thing. It's not like that's a bad thing. I just feel like the damage is way too high. Especially, like, when they start shooting and stuff and you have, like, no way to, like, dodge it. It feels like the way they designed this game was they made the damage high because you can heal, but then, like, you can't stockpile food, and also you don't get much money, so it feels kind of unfair. Like, you get more food. You would get more food if this was just like a normal beat-em-up, where there were, like, set places where you're getting, like, a 30% or an 80% heal, like Final Fight. But because it doesn't have that system, the fact that they give you, like, no money to buy the food, it actually makes it quite difficult. And it feels very disjointed, because the high damage that they do, they totally did that because, you know, you can heal instantly, there's not even an animation. But then, like, they really greatly limit how much you can carry. And then the shop is mostly pointless. Even if you're looking at this from a 1cc rule set where you're not credit feeding, you don't get enough money. So I think that they need to, like, increase the money drops or, like, lower the damage. I can't imagine 1cc'ing this on the hardest difficulty. It really feels like if you get hit by a stray bullet, your run is just over. And the healing doesn't really help. You can heal during hit stun, but, you know, you only have 5 slots. And, like, no money drops. It also seems like the money is RNG as well. So this game, doing 1cc's on it, actually would basically be like gacha pulls. I'm just realizing that. Is the money fixed spawns, or is it random? Because it seemed like I was getting a lot more money at the start, but now I'm getting like none. And I can't even really use that mechanic. Yeah, I got it on Switch too, because I got a gift card for my birthday. And I am quite broke currently, so I probably won't be buying this game again. What do you mean bursts after every single one of your combos? When the Ikari mode is full? Or are you talking about just in general? When the meter is full, you go into Ikari mode. It should not be happening after every combo. What exactly are you talking about?
Please continue.
After every single combo you do, or when you have the mode? I don't know, I don't have that version. That definitely does sound like a bug then. Yeah, the damage in this game is way too high. Like, you get put in hit stun once, you're dead. And this is normal mode, by the way. Like, what is the hardest difficulty like? Is this like the hardest modern beat 'em up? Look at that. Yeah, this game's balance is completely out of whack. This game's balance is completely out of whack. It's not at all like an arcade beat 'em up.
Please continue.
The balance is really bad. Yeah, the economy in this game and the damage values are like really messed up. Yeah, I'm not going to be 1cc'ing this game. Unless Easy makes this more tolerable, I'm not 1cc'ing this game. You die way too quickly, and the healing items are way too uncommon, and you need to basically make the recipes, the combo meals, to actually heal anything. So, yeah, that's about what I expected. Good game, but it's not fun for skillful play. This game is fun casually.
Really?
It's fun casually for high-level play. I feel like it's going to be way too tilting. There's too many random things that can happen that just kill you. I think they took the feedback that the game was too easy. They took it too seriously. Because it feels like they, like, doubled the difficulty. But, like, they don't give you enough ways to recover. Yeah, this game has a lot of artificial difficulty.
Welcome. Kick back and relax.
I just did a full, like, 15-minute level, and I don't have enough money to even buy one of these. And even if I did, the damage is so high that if you get hit by, like, one of those instant attacks, you're basically dead. So, this might be one of those games that's better on easy. I wonder, like, how much easier is easy? Because I'm on normal right now. I pretty much always play games on normal, despite having the capability of playing on the hardest difficulty, because I've played too many games like this where the balancing is all out of whack, and the hard mode is, like, not fun, because the game is not designed properly, so... We'll try easy after this and see, like, is it actually, you know, somewhat more balanced? Like, if you get, like, more money, or taking a stray hit doesn't take off, like, 60% of your health, then maybe that would be the way to go for challenge runs on this until they do some kind of balancing. Okay, so this confirms only a year has passed in universe. 32 years have passed for us, but only 1 year has passed. So they're on a floating timeline.
Stage 8, Ranch Industry Building. Cloned rival turf.
So 1 year has passed.
Oh. Oh, boy. Dang.
Oh, really?
Uh-uh.
Am I gonna have to fight this boss again?
No.
Please don't make me fight her again for the 15th time. Please
I
make
will keep
unique
fighting
boss.
until peace arrives. Until no more games. Victory!
Well, I meant floating timeline in the sense that they have stuff like smartphones and AI and things like that, when, like, in universe it should be like 1997 at the latest, right? Because Peacekeepers was 94, so I think that was a wise choice. If they continue this series again, or they start doing more Jalicoverse stuff, they don't have to worry about Edward Norton being 60, like Resident Evil has gotten themselves into that predicament. Pretty wise choice. This game's got its faults, but lore-wise, it's definitely an upgrade from the original games, where they didn't even have a proper story. It's fan fiction. I think the problem with, like, all these ranged enemies and how high the damage is that, like, you still don't have any kind of vertical dodge. You still don't have a vertical dodge, so a lot of times when they shoot like that, you can't get out of the way. They made this game harder from the demo in the wrong ways. That is the problem with this game. Look at how slow you walk vertically, but then the enemies will chain hit stun you with bullets, so there's no way that you can use it. If you could at least run vertically, it's really strange that you can't, because, for starters, this is a 3D beat-em-up with 3D models. They don't have sprite limitations to worry about. Why can you not run vertically? If you could, it would make those ranged attacks that they do from full screen a lot more fair. Because, like, they do have some things about this game that are really cool. The fact that you can dash cancel is awesome, and helps the game to feel responsive, but you can't do it. You can't do it vertically. You can't do it from this axis. So, if a guy is like right here on the end, the only options I have is to try to hit him before, which if he's on the other side of the screen is not possible. You do not run that fast. Or I can try to go down, but you go down at a snail's pace. And going diagonal is not really what you want sometimes too. Sometimes you want to just go straight down the axis. So yeah, this game is hard for the wrong reasons. It's got some serious balancing issues.
Face the consequences.
And I think whoever goes for 1cc's on this game is going to need to sign up for therapy. Like, I got a psychiatrist appointment on Monday, right? Like, do I need to tell my psychiatrist I tried to 1cc this game and I need an increase in my medication? It seems like that's the case. I had to tell my psychiatrist on Monday. I tried to 1cc Rushing Beat X. I need to increase my dosage. Yeah, it seems like this game is kind of bunk for 1cc's right now. I'm sure for score attacks and stuff it's fine. Or maybe the easy mode is a little bit more normalized, but yeah, a 1cc on this would be rough for all the wrong reasons. Artificial difficulty? Yeah, it definitely is. If the damage is going to be high, the defensive options need to be better.
Until
Otherwise, it feels like dying is not always my fault. There are things that are fair in this game, but there are some stuff is very unfair, and the character doesn't really have the tools to deal with it.
energy uppercut. Victory for Chuck. No more games. I'll bring justice with my own hands. What?
No, this boss is fine. This boss is fine. It's the ranged enemies that like to try to clip you from the other side of the screen, and you can't run vertically on the same axis. They are the problem. Also, the enemies that do like the frame 1 grabs and stuff that take off like a third of your health, they're the problem. The bosses, for the most part, have been actually quite fair. This is one of those games where the trash mobs are the real danger, and the bosses, because they don't really spawn a lot of ads, and they have relatively fair attacks, are like the least of the game's issues. What's up, Din? How was the game? It's fun, but complete bunk for 1cc. Game has a lot of balancing issues that they need to fix. It feels like people complain that it was too easy, and that was a monkey's paw wish, because the way that they made this game hard is not fun. It's not fair. These wrestling enemies, for instance, will just like punish you on wake up. Damage is way too high. The game is a little bit too long, considering how much unique content it has.
Please continue.
As it stands now, I will not be doing 1cc attempts on this game. I've already decided I won't be doing it. Now, I will try easy mode after this, but I don't think it's going to be a big difference. It's probably just going to be usual stuff. Maybe, yeah, see these guys right here. Frame one grab and then they do the drop kick and like your whole health bar is gone. I cannot imagine 1CCing this game.
Victory for justice! No more games! I'll bring justice with my own hands!
This is not a game that you would 1CC. Unless you want to destroy your mental health. There are better, more balanced beat-em-ups to do that kind of playstyle in than this. This game is hard for all the wrong reasons. Yeah, it's artificially hard.
Continue.
It's weird because the food system does not really offset how much damage they do. The food is not plentiful enough, and neither is money. You get, like, no money in this game, so if that's the reasoning why your character can die, like, faster than an actual arcade beat-em-up, then they greatly need to change the economy of how you earn money in this game. Have, like, more food drops, because it doesn't at all feel properly balanced. Like, there are real arcade beat-em-ups released years ago that you die in a lot slower than this. Just think about that for a second. Those are games designed to make money. This is a flat purchase, right? This game came out today. It should not be this easy to die if, you know, it's not designed for, it's not designed for, like, credit feeding. I'd say wait for patches. See if they, you know, do some rebalancing. This game desperately needs it. It's fun for what it is, but...
No more games. I'll bring justice.
It's not
with my
fair
own hands.
difficulty. Yeah, this game is bunk for, like, speedruns and 1CC attempts from what I can tell. It's completely bunk for that. On one hand, the game is pretty accessible. Like, you could easily play this game with, like, your kids. Because there's no credit system, but if you want more out of your beat-em-up, you want to actually play it skillfully, this game is kind of just bunk so far. There's too many cheap things. And the things that they have in the game that are supposed to, like, circumvent the high damage and everything, don't work properly. I'll probably play this casually on kitty sitting streams at best, but, is it gonna replace the beat-em-ups I play pretty regularly on this stream? Like, you know, Overrider, Fight and Rage, Streets 4, Absalom? No. No, it's definitely not going to replace those games.
Welcome. Kick back and
I'll play this, like, sometimes at best. It's not going to be a constant. It's way too frustrating. I'm surprised I'm not crashing out right now, but it's kind of hard to when, you know, they just let you credit feed. But, skillful play in this is bunk. It's not worth it. There are more balanced beat-em-ups that came out in, like, the last half-decade that are better for that than this. But, this game's still worth buying. It's only like 20 bucks. It's not like it's insanely expensive, but the balance has an extremely long way to go.
Injustice will...
Tried the Takeover 2 demo? Yeah. I still don't like how that game's combat is with, like, not really having special moves. You just have those long strings that I can't tell apart. I was hoping you would change it. Have, like, more of an actual moveset instead of just those really long ground strings where I can't tell where I am in the string.
Please continue.
It's definitely better than the first one, but I'm, like, not really that excited for it. I want more of, like, an actual normal traditional moveset instead of that weird, like, string system. It's like Sengoku 3. I'm not really the biggest fan of it. I just don't like how kind of just push buttons and the character does different things, but you can't, like, tell where you are in a string, and it doesn't feel really fun to use, like, ground attacks. I think it should be, like, more like a traditional beat-em-up where you have, like, a different moveset for each character, and there's less emphasis on chaining just punches and kicks that do the same thing. I don't know, maybe that will change. Yeah, I mean, this game is $20, so it's actually appropriately priced, but the balance and the length of the campaign kind of makes this not something I'll play consistently. I mean, 1cc's are already off the table at this point. I can already tell. I do not want to 1cc this game. I do not want to, I'll definitely do, like, score attack, maybe. I mean, finishing a level without dying is definitely possible, and not too hard, especially when you know the attacks better and you're not on the first playthrough like this, but it's still just way too easy to die. This is only normal mode. Like, what is the hardest difficulty like? Do you just get one shot? I'm genuinely curious, like, what the hard difficulty is like, and did they even have anybody on the development team that could actually finish it without losing a credit? Because this game has, like, actual arcade beat-em-up stuff where, like, your score goes up 1. Your score goes up by 1 every time that you continue. At least I think it does. Hold on, let me see what happens here. Yeah, it does! Okay, let me go ahead and explain this for people that didn't play arcade beat-em-ups. Capcom games in particular, what they did was, if you credit-fed, if you continued at any point, your score would go up by 1. And when your score was on the leaderboard for the cabinet, that would tell people that you continued, right? This game has that. But it's like, how is it possible to 1cc this? It is leaps and bounds harder than any good arcade beat-em-up. It's leaps and bounds harder. Like, what's the point of having that in there if you're gonna have, like, a no-miss condition actually recognized by the game? Then why is the game like this? It doesn't make any sense. That would imply that you could actually finish this on 1 credit. I think it would be, like, considerably harder than an actual old-school arcade beat-em-up. The margin for error in this game is, like, non-existent.
I'll bring justice with my own hands.
Even stuff like Final Fight, where you can get trounced and lose your credit extremely quickly, is easy. But still quite a bit more fair than this game.
Prepare to face the consequences.
Go!
The average hit in this game takes off, like, at least 1/4 of your health, and you don't have any kind of, like, iframes for the most part, so Good luck 1CCing this. If you're the kind of person that's 1CC'd like every old school beat 'em up, that's actually worth doing that on. Like the Capcom games and stuff. You were looking for a new challenge, man, it's right here. Is it a fun challenge though? No, it's not. It's not a fun challenge. It's artificial. You get one frame grabbed and then somebody drop kicks you and your credit is over.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Negative.
No way.
Justice, sweet hurricane! Crushing knuckle! Victory for justice! Until
The 3D walk is the least of this game's problems. It's the fact that you can't run. You can't run on the same axis. You have to run diagonally is like the biggest problem, and why
please
the ranged attack spam is incredibly obnoxious in this game, far more than like an actual old school beat 'em up. Why can you not run vertically? Why is there no like Streets of Rage 3 dodge like minimum? It feels like you're just a sitting duck when somebody does a ranged attack in this game. Like, there's just no option. There's no option to counter it or anything. Maybe you can use a counter, but the counters also vary per characters. Like, his is a ranged attack, so like maybe that works. But it doesn't seem worth the risk.
Huh?
Are you really gonna make me fight her again? Okay, good. Like, I've fought that boss like 16 times already.
Take care out there.
This game
and have
needs
a
to
blast.
end pronto.
Select the
Starting
character
to
you wish to use.
Lose its luster here. It's overstaying its welcome. You fight that maid robot like 6 times already. Like, you're gonna keep recycling the same enemies. I think it's time to I think it's time for the game to end. Alright, well this should be the end of it here. I've already seen the final boss, so this is partially blind. I mean, there's a difference, right? You know, IGS beat-em-ups, the full content is like 2 hours long, but it's constant new stuff, right? That game has a level system, it has alternate routes, you know, your moveset changes, there's gear, you know, there's whole, like, true glass bosses and stuff. That is definitely long, right? And not everybody likes those games for that reason. But it's introducing new things all the time, right? The problem with this game is that it's way too long, and it stopped introducing new things like several levels ago. And then, like, also the way that the game is balanced, where it doesn't seem like the things that they have in the game to circumvent the high damage, they don't even work properly. The food by itself heals like nothing. You get no money. I still can't tell if the money is a random drop or if it's fixed. If it's random, then they need to increase the probability. If it's fixed, then they need to increase the value or lower the price. Because the fact that you can frame one heal in this game doesn't make it easy at all. And I could see why they wanted the damage to be high, because most beat-em-ups don't let you heal frame one. You know, actually having to pick up the food is a big part of the strategy, right? You know, saving it for the next fight, you know, not using it right away and stuff. But then, like, most of the healing items, they don't even heal, like, one hit. They don't heal one hit. And even if you do get to the truck with the proper ingredients, you don't have enough money. So, like, the damage needs to be decreased across the board, minimum, for this to be a fun game to play for high level. Right now, it's bunk for high level. There's too many things you can't control that just straight up kill you, and ironically, the trash mobs are more dangerous than the bosses. The bosses are pretty easy to read so far, and you can very easily kill them without dying or even taking damage once you learn their moveset, but it just feels like when you fight trash mobs in this game, they are 1,000 times better than you. I don't really know how to beat it. Just go ahead and tell me, because it's a gimmick boss fight. Just go ahead and tell me. You can just go ahead and tell me.
Seeking peace.
I've already decided this game is not something I'll be playing for skill, so I don't care at this point. I've played enough beat-em-ups to know, like, after a first playthrough, if I want to take it to a high level. This is definitely not one of those games.
Injustice will not be taught.
Did it really? I like that game better than this, but the last boss was trash. It's just a wall of armor that spammed ads. It wasn't fun. I would play that game more if the bosses weren't like that. Yeah, the bosses in Vengeance Hunters I didn't like.
Stage 9, Secret Base, Rushing Beat.
Bosses with the phases and stuff wasn't fun, and then the last boss was trash.
Wow!
Can't help it.
As expected. Please continue.
So it's a shit final boss just like Vengeance Hunters? A gimmick boss fight? Yeah, I'm definitely not doing, I'm not doing full runs of challenge runs of this, like, at all. The beat 'em up has a shit final boss. I'm not doing anything hardcore. I've already decided. Not happening. Just give me a normal guy that takes hits done. Do not give me anything other than that, otherwise I'm not gonna bother doing anything hardcore in this. Yeah, I don't know why beat 'em ups keep insisting on having gimmick final bosses that like most of the mechanics don't work on. That's the kind of stuff that will make me not do anything skillful in the game.
Nuh-uh.
No way!
Don't think so.
No way!
Like the Sengoku 3 final boss is that as well. He spams invincibility frames like crazy. He has full screen super attacks. He doesn't stagger normally. It's not like you can't beat him, but like the number one way to beat him is to spam items and not actually play the game normally. So I don't particularly think that's a fun last boss. So yeah, after I saw the last boss for this, I'm like, I already kind of decided I wasn't gonna do any kind of 1cc speedrun stuff in this game, but now that I know the game is a complete mess balancing-wise, I care even less. I'll still play this for fun sometimes. I know there's like a score mode that opens up after this. I'll probably mess around with that, but full game runs, nah, already off the table. I'm not doing that. I don't even think viewership-wise they would do very well anyway, so not worth the stress. I definitely have more viewers playing this than I would be Crimson Desert later today, but I don't think a 1cc of this is going to be worth the frustration. It's just mauling and getting triggered for no real benefit. Maybe if they do like a major rebalancing, I would look into that stuff for this game, but so far, outside of playing it every now and then, this is not going to be something that I bust out regularly. Like, you know, sometimes I just randomly do like Overrider and Absalom credits. No, this game is not that tier. This game is nowhere close to that tier. Not even close. Too many balancing issues, it's too long. The constant recycling of bosses doesn't help it feel fun either. Yeah, I'm kind of at the point in my YouTube career where I'm not gonna maul at games just to maul. If I actually feel like the challenge is fair and fun, and that it's satisfying to overcome, then I'll still do it. But if it feels like this game, where it's like not even balanced properly, then I'm not going to be doing any high-level stuff on games like this. You know, I've done those crazy Neo fights and stuff, right? Like, that's properly balanced. This is not. There's a core difference. Despite, like, Team Ninja games supposed to be, like, hard by nature, they are exponentially more balanced than this game. Which is why I'll do that kind of stuff in, like, Neo 3, but this, like, no. Definitely not. I've already decided that that is off the table completely. Great, just chain hit stunned. Hey, have fun 1cc'ing this game.
Please continue.
Have fun 1cc'ing this game. Whoever's doesn't value their mental health enough to try, good luck. You need to sign up for therapy. I hope Anthopants isn't gonna do this, man. I hope not. Look at this. Anthopants, please don't 1cc this game. Please don't. You're gonna have to set up a GoFundMe for therapy if you do. Please don't 1cc this game. It's not worth it, man. It's a toxic relationship. Please don't. Play it casually with your friends or your family or your partner or whatever, but don't try to do anything sweaty in this game. It's not worth it.
Huh?
There are better modern beat-em-ups that you can do that kind of sweaty gameplay in than this. This is not the one to do it in. Ironically, this game probably is a lot better casually. You know, if you had like a child or
Please continue.
you know, a partner that likes beat-em-ups but isn't super sweaty, this game would actually be pretty good. Because it just lets you credit feed, but for skillful gameplay, it's garbage. It's hard for all the wrong reasons. Okay, do you ever stagger, or are you just gonna keep doing frame 1 grabs? The counter still feels mostly pointless.
Justice will not be tolerated.
The moment I land, the frame that I land, he just does a grab. I can't do anything about it. Great.
Please continue.
Great balancing. Peak arcade balancing here. Just grab me out of hit stun. Great. Just... Why do I need to use the pipes, though? I don't want to use the weapons. Can you stop shooting, please? I'm so ready for this game to be over. Should have ended an hour ago.
Victory, no more games.
Same boss recycled again, just with an annoying gimmick added. When's the next good beat 'em up? This game is not it. When's the next good beat 'em up? I need a good new beat 'em up. This is not it. People complained it was too easy, so they made it unfairly hard. That's basically what they did. I was always like, you know, they're only giving you the first level, right? How can you judge that the game is too easy? I saw somebody
Continue.
say on a comment that this game was too easy and the AI was dumb. I'm like, they're not dumb. They are not dumb. They are considerably stronger than you. Like, stop judging games off the first level, man. Like, okay, can I, like, ever attack? I'm ready for this game to be over. I hope there's not much left.
Please continue.
I was really excited for this game, and it ended up being a disappointment. I wish this ad would stay dead and not come back. Doesn't help that the grab is like 10 seconds long.
We'll keep fighting to restore.
Come on, can you stop shooting?
Until free.
You don't even have like an answer for it. Yeah, people said the demo was too easy, so they made it harder than an actual, like, authentic arcade beat 'em up. Most Japanese arcade beat 'em ups from the arcade era are not this bullshit. The vast majority of them aren't, and that's what's crazy. I'd argue it is considerably harder to 1cc this game than an actual 1cc of a actual arcade beat 'em up. It's probably easier to 1cc a Knights of Valor game than this. Think about that for a second. Think about that for a second. Those are some of the hardest arcade 1ccs, right? Is IGS games. it probably is easier to do that than this. Because that is properly balanced and this is not. Like, that is a really weird goalpost to have when you're making a modern beat-em-up. Make it harder than an actual arcade beat-em-up, but for all the wrong reasons. We'll try out easy mode after this. I want to try out the hard mode as well. Like, what is the hard mode even like? Do you just get one shot by everything? Well, I love Iconoclast, but I hope for his sake of his mental health that he does not do that. I hope that he doesn't. He may be trying right now. He may reach a conclusion where it's not worth it. Even if he does do it, he's definitely going to call this game out on its flaws, because I tend to, I don't really talk to him that much. He does know who I am. I'm not really, more of an acquaintance with him, but when I watch his videos and I look at his text reviews, we tend to have the very same types of views on these melee combat games, or action games. We tend to have the, like, almost the exact same opinion, so even if he does do it, he's gonna call this game out on its bullshit. Unfair damage values, the projectile spam, slow off-axis movements, the game being too long. He will 100% call that out, even if he does do it. I know that he will, but I hope for his sake that he doesn't. This game's not worth it, man. Fine game. It's a fine game casually, but yeah, if you're looking for a new game to sweat on, there's a lot better choices than this.
Prepare to face the consequences of your actions.
Alright, can I get to the boss, please? Like, how much longer is this? Well, the person that commented on that video, the person playing it clearly was not good at beat-em-ups, so that made it look like maybe he wasn't playing it properly, but that's not the issue with this game. I don't think not knowing how to play these games is really going to make the game any less frustrating, or more or less frustrating. Am I soft-locked here? Did it come back? Alright, good. Yeah, if I soft-lock this far in a level, I was going to Alt F4 out of this game. Like, that was going to be it. This game soft-locks at any point. It's getting insta-closed.
Welcome. Kick back and relax. Hey, take care out there and have a blast.
Select the character you wish to use.
Rick, Norton.
Yeah, I think they overtuned things from the demo. But who knows, like, they were working on the game at that point, right? Was it always this difficult? And, like, they didn't do any kind of testing? They really should have done a demo with, like, at least the first 3 levels, so that people could have told them, like, look, this game is not hard in a fun or fair way. And you need to, you know, nerf this stuff if you care about, like, the actual arcade sensibilities of, like, being able to clear it with skill. This game is hard for the wrong reasons. But that was kind of the weird thing about this game, right? Is they did the demo. The demo was up for, like, 2 weeks. And then they took it down and they said they were going to take improvements. I'm like, this game is like High Guard. It's like High Guard, where it's not a bad game, but the fact that they just dropped it like this and didn't take any feedback is 100% why it's not as good as it should be. Because like High Guard, it was revealed that the people that actually made High Guard, not the investors and the CEOs and shit, the people that like actually made the game, they told them this exact same thing. Granted, that's a hero shooter and this is an old school beat 'em up, but it was the same problem. They told them that they wanted to do like open betas and like play tests and stuff, and early access and things, so that it didn't launch all jank and not fun, and they didn't listen. And now that game lasted barely over a month. This is the same problem. They did the demo for the Next Fest like last year, and they got a bunch of feedback, and then they didn't do another demo. It's like, you can still give like 2-3 levels and have it be like a decent enough chunk of the game that we can actually give them feedback so that it doesn't launch like this, but they didn't do that. They did that one demo, and then they deleted it, and then the game just kind of randomly came out. So, this game is very High Guard coded. Not like a terrible game by any means, but if they had simply done, you know, a beta or like a playtest or something a couple months before release, and fixed all this jank, it would be in a much better state than it is now. It's got like the foundation to be a good beat 'em up, but it's got too many problems. The game is not as fun as it should be. Same boss again for like the 5th time.
Alright.
Please give me the final boss. I am over this game already. Please end. Come on, how much more? How much more, man? Why do they make like new beat 'em up so long, man? You don't even have any new enemy types. It's the same enemies repeated over and over. Same boss has been recycled like 5 times each. Like, just end. If you don't have any unique assets, then just end it. They ran out of unique enemies like over an hour ago. And it's been the same bosses repeated too. Like, why is this game so long? It doesn't help that it's so frustrating for the wrong reasons that you don't even want it to be long. If it had like leveling up or something that like changed how you play, then maybe it would warrant it, but you know, it's the same thing from start to finish. I miss actual arcade beat 'em ups. An actual arcade beat 'em up would be much better balanced, and then also not be this long. It would not overstay its welcome. This game is exhausting to play. It just does not end. I almost just want to skip to the boss at this point. I'm not having fun anymore. Just the idea of challenge is just getting one shot.
Continue.
Have like incredibly lethargic, obese smoker movement when you're off axis, so that they keep spamming bullets and you can't do anything about it. And even the melee attacks just kill you, basically. Just end, please. Recycle these same enemies for another hour? I fought that Edgar in the mech boss like 6 times already. Just end, dude. They blew their load in like the first half. And they have like no unique content anymore. You don't have the budget to make the game actually full of content, then end it. Yes, please be the end. Oh, I get to fight her again for the 15th time. Great. It's like the 6th boss fight with this chick, man. I think I fight like less generic officers in a Muso game map than I do in this game's like 2-hour runtime. At least her moveset is different this time. Jeez, man, just stay dead. Well, at least this time they gave her a unique moveset. At least they put some effort in. Instead of the same thing repeated.
Injustice will not be tolerated.
Alright, please end. I have to fight all the clones again for the third time? Or is the game actually going to end? Please be the end. Oh, finally! Like, you need to fight all the clones again, and Juliet's gonna come back again. 15th time's the charm. Wonder if they have a true last boss in this game. Like, nobody's ever gonna see it unless they use like cheat engine. Oh, finally a good remix. This remix is awesome, though.
No more games.
No, of course, the moment I push the button. Yeah, this game is a lot like Double Dragon Revive. Double Dragon Revive was the same problem. They gave out absolutely 0 review keys. I asked for one, and I didn't hear back until like last night, and they still didn't give me one. So, yeah, they're repeating the same mistakes as Revive. This game is definitely better than Revive, but the marketing is non-existent. The exact same problem. You know, if you don't interact with the people that would gladly buy this, and then you complain that there's no sales, like, whose fault is that? You have to interact with the modern era. People like me are the main marketing for games like this, right? And you don't interact with us, you can't be surprised that the game doesn't sell. They're only charging 20 bucks for this too. It's not like this is like getting Crimson Desert for free, right? That's a $70 game. This game is $18. So the fact that they didn't give out any keys is nuts. like there should have been... You should have been interacting with the community, but they're not. It's the exact same problem as Revive. Revive isn't great, but it's not a terrible game, right? But nobody got review keys. Not one person did. No one did. They wonder why, like, you know, barely anyone knows that it exists. It's like, look, man, beat 'em up content creators. None of them are making a living off doing this, right? I'm not. Iconoclast isn't. Anthopants isn't. We all have some other kind of income, right? Like, we don't need a $3,000 sponsorship to play something like this, but, you know, it feels like it's a lack of faith in the product if you're not going to interact with people that don't even have, like, high standards for what they'll cover. Most of us would just play this because it's a beat 'em up, man. You know, and they're not interacting with us. So, if this game fails or it gets bad reviews, I don't know how bad I can feel for them. I think, this was the same thing. This is like the third time that this has happened on my channel in like the past 2 years, because this also happened with Megaton Musashi. That was a solid game, and then I find out that they gave nobody review keys. They didn't send out a single review key. That game peaked at like probably like 500 concurrent players or something. Like, if you're already selling the game for nothing, I don't really see why you wouldn't give out keys. Crimson Desert being less frustrating than this is actually something that may be true. I was gonna play this more today, but man, this game is just aggravating. It's balanced like dirt. They didn't even try. I was thinking of buying this game again on PC. Like, no, I've already given up on that at this point. I don't want to play this game through again. It's not fun. Come on, man. Why do you have to have a shit gimmick boss? Ugh. Why is every beat 'em up like this, man? Fucking Double Dragon was like this too. Shit gimmick bosses where like most of the gameplay mechanics don't work. Stop doing it. Stop doing that. Nobody likes it. Nobody liked it 35 years ago and they don't like it now. So stop doing it.
Look at that.
As far as I know, nobody got a review key. I could be wrong, but I've seen like no reviews for this today, so I'm going to assume no. And I would like to think that if they did give out keys, I wouldn't be the only person out of the YouTube beat 'em up community playing this right now. I haven't talked to them. I don't know if they got a key, but judging that like none of them have put up videos so far, I'm going to assume that this is a Revive and Megaton Musashi situation where they gave out like 0 review keys. So you know, the visibility for the game is non-existent, especially when you consider this is coming out the same day as Crimson Desert and Death Stranding 2. So that's not helping things either.
Wow.
Oh dear. Oh man.
Well, there you go. There's a full playthrough. I went from wanting to buy this again to not wanting to ever play it again. Same thing as Revive, right? I was excited for that game and it was a disappointment. This is definitely better than Revive, but man, they really need to work on the balancing. This game is just aggravating to play. How do you have so many callbacks to, like, old school beat-em-ups, but then, like, make it harder than those games for every wrong reason? And you have a shit gimmick boss fight, too. You don't have a normal boss fight, you have a gimmick boss fight. It was the same problem I had with Vengeance Hunters. Vengeance Hunters was good until the last boss. The last boss is just a gimmick. It's not fun. Well, there you go. Happy birthday to me, I guess. I feel like I deserve a donation from the company for marketing their game for them. I'm not playing this again. I'm not playing through the full game again. If they add, like, some kind of extra mode, or the score attack mode is fun, I might do it, but, man, this game is just terribly balanced. There are legit Japanese arcade beat-em-ups from the golden era that are easier than this game. And better balanced. Despite being, like, literally designed to make money, they are way better balanced than this. So, think about that for a second. Yeah, they didn't give out any review keys. It's pretty apparent that they didn't. So, yeah, like, nobody's gonna be playing this game. But hey, this is what you guys are here for, right? You're not here for Crimson Desert. You wanted to see this. Crimson Desert is going to be overstreamed. There's going to be 8,000 streams of that in a few hours. But this, like, there's probably going to be like 3 streams. One of which is somebody that's going to be playing it tonight. And he's probably going to have the exact same grievances I have with this. Yeah, good luck once he's seeing this game, man. You're better off trying to, like, do, like, a Knights of Valor 2 1cc over this. Ironically, that is, like, the same length, but feels a lot shorter because it actually has new content introduced through it and deeper systems. And this doesn't. It's also, that game, those games are also way better balanced. They're trying to not make money? Yeah. I mean, this is the 3rd game that I've played in the past 2 years where they gave out, like, no review keys. They gave out none. As far as I can tell, none were given out. So, you know, you reap what you sow. Especially when you put this out on the same day as other, like, big games. This game is going to get buried regardless. But if you're not even going to give out review keys, then that's just going to twist the knife. That's just going to twist the knife more, right? You don't have any eyes on the game. I bought this with my own money. This is not sponsored. This was not donated for. I paid for it with my own money. So, that's probably the only reason why I'm on this and no one else is, because they didn't get keys. I'm pretty sure if they did get keys, the embargo would have lifted by now, because it's out on all platforms now, so it seems like that's the case. They either only gave them out to normie publications, or they didn't give out any at all. And honestly, I don't give a shit about what a journalist thinks of a game like this. I care more about my friends in the beat-em-up community and what they think. So if they only gave out keys to big publications, then, I mean, that's just worse in my opinion. I want the opinion from people who, you know, play these games regularly and aren't, like, making a career out of it. Because, like I said, none of the beat-em-up channels do this for a living. None of us do. The revenue is, like, barely anything, so, yeah. Alright, let's see what unlocks. Is that it? What is the hard difficulty like? I'm genuinely
Select the
curious.
character you wish to use.
Do you just get one shot by everything? I wonder if there's like an unlockable for it. They have like some kind of crazy mode you get for 1 CCing for playing on this mode. Good luck with that.
Stage 1, RN Gym, Bad Brawl Brothers.
Please do remember. Is it over already? Only progress lies ahead. Really outdone yourself.
Okay, so is there like an unlockable for the stars?
Select the character
Do you
you
even
wish
get
to
anything
use.
for it? I'm a little bit confused. What is the purpose of this? Well, I'm definitely not playing through that again right now. That felt like running an Olympic mile. Well, there you go. There's a full, unfiltered, unedited playthrough of Rushing Beat X. I mean, for $20, it's not bad, but don't go into it expecting to do sweaty stuff because you're going to make yourself have to go into therapy. It is not at all. The mechanics and the balance isn't anywhere near good enough to want to do stuff like that. So, you know, if you just want to play with your friends or your partner or your kid or whatever, the game is fine. I mean, it's actually quite accessible because, you know, it has drop-in, drop-out co-op and you know, free play. There's no credits or anything. It's fine for that purpose, but if you were expecting it to be, you know, a beat 'em up that's fun to do sweaty, challenging stuff in, then no, it's not that at all. It is, it's far from it. The length, the recycling of the bosses, the unfair attacks, the balancing issues with like how much damage they do, the inability to run on the same axis, all that stuff makes it not fun for that purpose. But I don't think the average person really cares about that stuff. So I guess if you don't, the game is fine. I mean, it's fairly priced too. They're only charging, what, like $20 for it? It's not expensive at all. But also at that price, you can get like Streets of Rage 4 or Absalom or Fight and Rage. And those are like way better balanced games, so it's just a hard sell, no matter how you slice it, this game. Because, like, dude, people have done Absalom on the fresh file with no unlockables. They've done that game with a fresh file. Like, no meta progression at all. Like, it's actually possible and not incredibly difficult. It's definitely easier than playing this game on 1 credit. So, I don't know, man. If your balancing is worse than a permadeath roguelite beat 'em up, then I think that that's a serious issue. People literally speedrun fresh file Absalom attempts. And, like, doing that on this game would be, like, probably, like, impossible. Oh, well. Do I even want to do more at this point? I think I'm kind of burnt out. They would be fighting the same bosses over and over, yeah. Oh well, there you go. Happy birthday to me, I guess. I wish I'd spent that 20 bucks on something else. There's supposed to be a boss rush. That's like the worst game to have a boss rush in, because you fight everything like 4 times each. It wouldn't even feel like you're making progression because they're the same boss fights too. It's not like, you know, Virgil from DMC3 is a good repeat boss fight, right? Because he changes his movesets every time that you fight him. Yes, they use the same character model 3 times, but it's a completely different fight. The problem with Rushing Beat is it's the exact same fight. There is nothing changed about it at all. It's literally carbon copy. So, if it's supposed to have a boss rush, man, I don't know what to think about that. That is not the kind of game that needs a boss rush. It needs like a survival mode or like a roguelike mode or some kind of interesting unlockable, because the game is just too long, exhausting, and frustrating to really put a lot of time into. Anyway, I am supposed to go hang out with my friend. I'm going to go get my birthday burger from Red Robin. I'm going to go touch grass, because I sure as hell need a meal after playing that aggravating game. So, I'll see you guys later. There'll be another birthday stream. I thought I was going to do Rushing Beat all day, but man, that game is, Rage Simulator. So, I think maybe I'll do Crimson Desert later. If not, I'll probably do, Neo 3 and Peak of Combat later on. I am, like, down to, like, no money on my account, so if you want to hook a brother up for his birthday, it would be greatly appreciated, because I spent 20 bucks on that game, and now I never want to play it again, so I am not having the best birthday. I was so excited for that game, man, and it just makes all the wrong decisions. It's not fun to play. It's fun to play in small doses, but I like doing 1cc attempts and speedruns, and the game is completely bunk for both of those things for a multitude of reasons. So, I don't know what I'm going to do now. Go ahead and hit up my PayPal. You want to help me have a little bit of a better birthday, and I'll see you guys when I come back from doing errands and going out for my birthday. I'll be back. Maybe Crimson Desert today. I'll see if I feel like it. I kind of just feel like playing, like, stuff I already enjoy, because I've already been tilted enough playing Rushing Beat. I'll see you guys in a couple hours. Thanks for watching.